Welcome to the Primetime 585 podcast. My name is Karen Iglesias, co-founder of Primetime 585. In studio, the best in the land. I got Julio. Listen, he makes us look good, sound good. He's a producer of this very popular podcast. And of course, you know who I got across from me? Come on now, let's not play around. Y'all know. So, before I introduce him, for the people that's been coming up to me and calling Gerard LG, you're my peoples. Across from me, I've got the co-founder of Primetime 585, the luckiest man, 31 years in, and he is still smiling because he's got me. I got LG, Lucky Gerard.
Last week you were talking about, we met, I was 34, you were 21.
Yes.
And I gotta hand it to you. You do look the same as you did back then. You looked old back then too.
Well, that's when people know that you're lying because your girl, listen, black don't crack, baby. Listen, I'm just telling you that right now. The skin routine is on point. So
no, but that's why I started talking to you because I didn't know you were that young when we met. But it is embarrassing being, with you back then because you're 21, I was 34, and you had more common sense than me.
I still do, though. Talk about common sense real quick before we get into it. So I'm on a Zoom call, business call this morning. Why this man talk about, babe, how do I cook this bacon?
No, I didn't know because I didn't know if I could microwave it or not because I haven't cooked in,
he's been on this earth for 6 decades. He wanted an bacon, egg and cheese sandwich. He yelling upstairs, how do I cook the bacon? So at this point, I am so in, I can't retrain another one. I don't have the patience for this one. So yeah, this is my life. How do I cook bacon?
I thought maybe you could microwave it.
He's 66. All right, let's get right into it. Penfield versus...
Why you gotta blow me up like that?
Penfield versus Fairport. Now, this game was the game of games. 2 undefeated teams went into Section 5, Gerard. So, highly anticipated game. Max Preps Fairport number 3 in AAA. Penfield in AA was number 6. Talk about this game.
Yeah, I mean, its score was 3-0 Penfield. And then after that, it was all Fairport. They wound up winning by 17 points.
Now, Fairport I don't think they have much weaknesses or any at all, right? They got great coaching. They rebound. They play very good individual and team defense. Whether it's the press in the half court, it doesn't matter. And they just don't turn the ball over. What do you always say to me? The 3 things in basketball.
Yeah, if you don't turn it over, if you make your free throws, and if you rebound, you're going to be in every game. And they do that great.
They do that all very well. When they have Alex Grada, one of the best 3-level players, I think, in Section 5, right? Inside.
He doesn't miss.
Inside mid-range, the long range, he can, he's high IQ, right? So talk more about Alex. I mean, he's a competitor as a soccer player, but he's a daggone good basketball player too, Gerard.
Yeah, I mean, like you said all of that. He has a great shooting percentage. Very smart. He could really shoot the ball. I mean...
He's not flashy.
No, he's not
He's not flashy. He get it done. Gannon Culver, defense. He shoots with range, right? Noah had 25 last night, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he had 25 last night. Noah gonna mess around and make AGR.
Yeah.
Noah is a he's raw in basketball.
Yeah.
He uses a lot of his athleticism, but Gerard, he could shoot it from outside.
Yeah, he made a couple, I think 2 threes against Penfield.
Yeah, he's not just a dunker. He could shoot it from outside. He could handle the rock.
Yeah.
He's just an athlete.
And he defends. He could defend 1 through 5.
Yes.
I mean, from the point guard to the center. And he's really active.
Now, I know probably some D2 and D3 coaches are looking at him salivating like, man, he gonna play volleyball?
Well, when you go to USC, you gotta kind of pick that.
Yes. So Hattie Durgam, right? He's a solid defender. He likes the physical. He's very physical, right? He likes the physicality of the game. Can score inside and outside. Last night, even against Brighton last night, he had 14 points. So he's always a contributor on that team.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
But your guy's John.
Yeah. John Russell. I think he's the heart of the team. I mean, he dives, he hustles, he makes a lot of big plays. He can shoot.
Hard-nosed defender,
Yeah,
man.
hard-nosed defender, hustles, and he's a D1 baseball player.
He's a tough guy.
He's tough.
He's really the heart.
Yeah.
Sam Roselli drew blood. Listen,
Oh, yeah.
yo, my boy took a charge from Jake McCarthy.
Yeah.
And that drew blood on his neck, right?
Oh, there's blood all over.
All
Yeah.
over, right? But these are tough guys. They do a good job. Antonio Nurse is a young player.
Yeah, because they got 13 seniors on the team.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah, and Sam Roselli, by the way, is also a D1 player. Antonio Nurse,
For baseball, yeah.
Yeah, Antonio Nurse, he's solid, man. He plays a lot of poise. I really like this young man. For Penfield, though, C.J. Johnson, like last night he had 20 points. He's a solid player. He could shoot it inside out. He got half. You talk about his athleticism, but he could shoot it from inside or outside.
Yeah, he's real smooth. Real smooth game.
Jake McCarthy, we know that he had 21 last night, but so these guys are racking up numbers. I mean, they only got one loss against there. So shout out,
Oh, we forgot about Jackson Green.
Oh, last night he had 20 points.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the 1, 2, 3, right? At Penfield. So I just want to shout out. It was a good game, but Fairport is just too much. They're 8-0, Gerard. They're still undefeated on the season.
Yeah, they're the best team in Section 5, hands down.
They just have all the pieces. They have a solid point guard. They have a good coach. I always say,
Good coach.
I was just about to say, if you are coaching on the court with your name on it as a high school coach, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and his dad's name.
Yeah, but I was about to say, it's still the Fitch court. That's in his blood, right? That's in his blood. Like his dad was the coach, he's the coach. But when you're coaching and your last name on that court, that's all I'm going to say. You're starting 5 points up. All right, let's go.
Soda doesn't have Iglesia court.
I barely want to have Iglesia in my house. Okay? I barely want, because at least my next future husband could know how to cook bacon. All right, Lions.
They could have you.
Lions versus Honey Oil. Let's go. So Lions versus Honey Oil. Jordan, talk about this game.
Yeah, according to Max Preps, Lions was number 3 in Class B. Honey Oil, number 4 in Class C. Honey Oil was undefeated going in, and Lions had 1 loss.
Yep.
And this game, it was much anticipated, and it lived up to the hype. Great game.
Yeah.
Honey Oil got off to a good start, but Lions chipped away at the lead, and I believe they led by 1 at the half.
Yep, they did.
Honey Oil, they was double teaming J.J. Johnson down low.
But when you do that, JJ gonna find the open man. He's very, very smart. He's very good at finding that open man.
Yeah.
London Washburn is just so good.
Yeah,
He's
he
so
is.
good.
Yeah.
He's so good.
He had 17 points at the
At
half.
the half, yeah.
He scored in all kinds of ways. Layups, putbacks.
Driving to the basket.
Yeah, and he had a 4-point play. Yeah, he's real good. You're talking about a 6'7" guy who's a combo guard. He could play point guard or shooting guard.
Now, Lions, right? Lions finally, after halftime, Coach Young probably says, listen, y'all are dogs. Go act like dogs, woof, woof. Because they came out and their defense was crazy in the third. Talk about that.
Yeah, they created a lot of turnovers. They adjusted. I think they went away from a box and triangle.
Triangle,
Yeah, and they just, like you said, it got the dog in them, and that was able to create turnovers. They got out on the break. At Honey Oil, they fell behind by like 12, so they had to press, and that went right into Lions' hands because they got some easy buckets out of the press.
I want to shout out Steven Stavella Brett. Those guys, they play hard. They are dogs. But you're saying Contrell is probably one of the top 5 point guards in Section 5.
Yeah.
Talk about him a little bit.
He's got bounce. Holy cow. He's what, 5'9"?
5'9" on a good day.
Yeah.
On a good day.
5'9", and he could easily dunk 2 hands. Real athletic. He was knocking down threes. I mean, he was doing it all, getting steals, playing good defense. He's a very, very, very good point guard.
Okay, Ben Bookmiller, Austin Rice, K1 Butler, they call him Smurf, all played key roles also in this game. Each made big contributions. They stressed the heck out of Coach Young, though.
Yeah.
In the last 3 or 4 minutes, I felt like they were stressing this man out. He aged like 5 years in 3 minutes.
But the defense, they came back. And speaking of defense, Jazair Smith.
Yep.
Jazari.
Jazari. Yeah, he's
Smith. Yeah, he's
10th grader, right?
Yeah, number 22, 10th grader. He's another dog. They put him on Landon Washburn, and it's tough to guard that guy. But he went out, played hard, and did a lot of good things.
Washburn is a twin. His brother is good too. Dylan. Now, first when I say Delisante, very good coach.
Yeah.
Like these
For
Hunyo, these two coaches are two of the top coaches, especially in that class, right? They are good coaches. So they were making adjustments back and forth with what they got, but Lions came out on time.
I want to say something about Dylan Washburn. He's Landon's brother, and he reminds me of Miles Brown.
Yeah, and Mike Brown.
Yeah, Miles had a brother, Mike Brown.
Mike had a brother.
Mike had a brother, Miles Brown, who's an all-time Section 5 scoring leader. He was so good that,
people forgot how good Mike was. Yes. Because they're twins.
Yeah, because Mike could play.
Oh, yeah. He played for us. He was part of Primetime.
His curse was, he's
a brother. Right.
And that's what it is with Dylan, because Dylan can play.
Oh, he can hoop.
Yeah.
Oh, he can hoop.
Yeah, he'll be a college player for sure.
But because of his brother and they're twins, people tend to not look at him as an individual. Right? They look at him. So I'm kind of glad you said that. Let's get right into Around the Court versus Webster Thomas. Around the Court versus Webster Thomas, covered by Jack Scotney, the 14-year-old youth council member. Okay, so he wrote this show. Around the Court, at this point, is 8-2. Thomas is 6-3, Gerard. So Danny Check finished off with 17 points, 12 in the first half he had. Thomas had a 9-point lead going into the half against Around the Court. So can I first say they gave Around the Court their first loss?
Yeah.
They gave Around the Court. Around the Court is good. We got to go. I know we've had Scotney cover them, but we got to go take a look at them. Henry Bond had 9 points. Sean Griffin finished off with 7 points for Thomas. Jaden Kyles with 7 points. Mateo, how do I say his name? Pietrano?
Pietrantoni.
He had 8 points. You like him.
Yeah.
Big guy, right? You like him.
Got great footwork, yeah.
Around the Court's Roman Maldonado and Jaden Patterson finished off with 9 points. So Webster Thomas gave Around the Court their first loss of the season. The final score draw was 56-43. And this was covered, as I said, by Jack Scott. And he writes the show, and all the videos you're seeing is courtesy of a 14-year-old youth council member. I love giving these kids the opportunity. And check out the interview, the post-game interview of this game. It was a really, really great interview.
And I do want to say that Jaden Kyles for Thomas is another very good player.
Oh, underrated player.
Yeah.
He is a very underrated player. All right, let's go into York versus Keshequa. Woo, this game. So we got in our car and we drove way out to York, Gerard, right?
Yeah.
We drove way out to York. Because Keshequa and York pretty much had the same record going in.
Yeah.
One was 6-2 and one was 6-1 or 6-3.
Yeah.
One was 6-3. So it's like, okay, they're balanced, right? So, but York was in full control the entire game.
Yeah.
Final score was 86-53. Parker Bonifay, listen, he don't look like a basketball player, Gerard. Big guy.
Yeah,
Big guy, right?
I called him the Livingston County Luka.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's some compliment. Okay, Parker. Okay, 24 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and he didn't even play the whole game. Gerard, he didn't even play the whole game. In the first quarter, they were leading 22-11 over Keshequa. And keep in mind, Keshequa is very good too. Mason Parsons, that's your guy. Talk about that third quarter of Mason.
Man, what did he have? 4 threes?
He had 4 threes.
4 threes. He had that nice jump hook. He can play, man. That number 15 right there.
All of his points was in the third quarter. He just came and did his job and came out. I did my job. I'm out. He added 4 steals also. Ryan Brady finished off with 14 points and 3 steals. Brody Pangrazio, another Pangrazio.
Yeah.
So the Pangrazios is like royalty out there, right? Everybody knows Jake Pangrazio on my youth council. But their grandfather is Bilko Pangrazio.
The man.
Bilko be texting me and be giving me, Karen, here's my nominations for Athlete of the Week. Okay, sir. I don't want no beef with Mr. Bilko.
But he gives good ones.
All his ones are good.
He knows who deserves you.
Bilko is a grandfather of the Pangrazio clan. He understands good athletes. But Brody Pangrazio had 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 steals. Uriel Diaz-Pena with 6 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. You like him.
Yeah.
You like him a lot.
Nice little point guard. And you can see he fills up the stat sheets.
Yes, he does.
Not great numbers, but very good numbers.
Always solid. Always solid. Aiden Upright and Cam Cam Wood. Well, Aiden Upright for catch score had 24 points. You like him. Cam Wood finished off with 17.
Aiden's good.
He's very good.
Yeah.
He's very, very good. And catch score, well coached team also. So congratulations. It was worth the drive out there to see York because we kind of wanted to see what they look like. They're solid, but they're in a class, Gerard. That class is a tough class that York is in.
Yeah.
They're in a tough class. Okay, so let's go into Churchville Childline versus Webster Schrader. So we got to go right into that. So going into this game, they're confusing, right? Churchville Childline and Schrader, they're a little bit of a confusing team. So I wanted to kind of see what both of them look like, right? And so while you were doing hockey, I went over and covered this game. And this game, it was 11-11, Gerard, at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
And then in the second quarter, Churchville outscored them 25-9. It was like, Oprah, you get a 3, you get a 3, you got a 3, everybody got a 3, right? So they took a 36-20 lead going into into halftime. And then it was pretty much over by there. Josh Miner, nice point guard, 18 points, he had 4 threes. London Healy, 19 points, 6 or 7 from the free throw line. And Mr. Stedman, 10 points, 5 assists. This is a team that's well coached, very passionate coach. I love how they play for each other. And they don't have my boy with the longest name in Section 5.
I was going to say that. Joey Montesano Andrikolich.
The longest name. You can't put his name on the back of a jersey. That's we could mess with Joey, right? Because
that's family.
That's family right there. That's family. We've known the family you've known the family for what, 4 decades?
Yeah.
Oh, you're old.
Since the 70s.
I was born in the 70s. Okay, let's get to Mendon versus East girls basketball. All right, so talk about this game, Gerard. We went to this game. I like this game. This game was good. Can I first say I'm impressed with East? They got some.
They got some good pieces.
I like Dariana Weather. She had 21 points. And
you look
at
her and you can
Samaj.
tell she's a player.
Yes, and I love Samaj Jackson.
Yeah.
I love those 2 girls. They could play. The thing is, Mendon just they had more depth, right? They had Addie Stewart, she had 21 points, Gerard. They had Lily Larimer, she had 23 points. Ava Dixon, yo girl.
Eva Dixon, yeah.
Eva Dixon, she had 21 points. She was 7 for 8 from the line. And Lena Mobeen had 14 points. When you have 4 players on the court that could give you almost 20 points apiece, that's a problem for the other team. Talk about that.
Yeah, well, like Lily Larimer, Kendall Glantz, and Addie Stewart, who's only an 8th grader. I mean, they just kept finding the openings. Open spots under the basket. They got layup after layup after layup. And they also box out so well. They really box out well. Against a bigger team, more athletic team, they killed East on the boards. And what did we say earlier? If you don't turn the ball over, if you rebound and make free throws, and they checked all of those boxes, but especially in rebounding and free throws. East could have won this game if they made their rebounds.
And their free throws.
And their if they got rebounds and free throws.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they missed a lot of free throws. But
that's something that coach will work on.
I know when I was coaching, a lot of teams, they struggle until about the midway through the season, and then they start making their free throws with daily reps.
Well,
I like Lena Mebon from Mendon also. She just hit that jump shot, and she's got the best offensive stance and offensively, she's really come a long way, playing with much more poise and confidence. Yeah, I like her a lot.
Well, congratulations, Mendon. They got the win over a very good East team. Drew, we got to go into hockey. We had a lot of hockey action.
I just want to give you props real quick.
Okay.
Madison Simmons, Journey Cruz, Tamaja Lanier. They also had contributions for East. But Layla Germany, she reminds me of Sierra Dillard.
Oh,
just
yeah.
a bigger, stronger guard.
Yeah.
And she can handle the ball, pass it, and score.
All right. Well, congratulations to Mendon and good luck, East. East look good. They're gonna go far in sectionals. I like them a lot. I love Weathers and I love Samaj. Okay, let's go into some hockey. All right. So we're gonna start off with this is hockey for a cause. Thomas versus Webster Schrader. It's a fight cancer game. Gerard, you actually went to cover that game. Let's do a quick analysis of this game real quick.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? Thomas scored right off the bat, like 51 seconds into the game. And then about a minute or two later, Schrader tied it up. And then, it was a pretty good game. But in the third period, they just broke it. Schrader broke it open.
Nick Scott had the hat trick for Webster Schrader. Other goals was Nick Johnson, Colin Green, Nick Shelton, I believe. There's literally 3 Nicks on this team. I was like going crazy with the Nicks. There is Nicholas with a Nikolas, and then there's Nicholas Nickolas, and then there's Nich. Oh, I was like, how many Nicks are on this team? Nick 1, Nick 2, Nick 3. I was going crazy. Schrader is the only undefeated team left in Section 5. Hockey, Gerard. That's a huge thing. And they've played pretty much a lot of the teams. So look for them to be a favorite. But I just love the cause. Shout out to both athletic directors for keeping this going. Cancer for a Cause is such a good cause. And I love the fact that that's something that they're always going to be doing at Webster, in the Webster community. All right. Now, McQuaid versus Aquinas hockey. So we went to this game. Woo, this game.
The closest 6-3 game I've ever seen. Yeah.
So McQuaid got on the board first. Ian Meyer, right, had with the goal assist from Insalako, right? Then Ian Meyer scored again. So now McQuaid is up actually 2-0 over Aquinas.
And it looked like it was over.
We thought it was going to be over.
They just looked so good at that point.
And Aquinas got a better record than McQuaid coming in, right? So coming out the second period now, Aquinas got a quick goal within 28 seconds. They got a quick goal. Tyler Mir from Bryce Miller then tied it up. Now it's 2-2, right? So Aquinas took the lead, actually, Gerard, with Louis Ferrari. Goal assist by Blankenberg. Then Jace Rogers ties it up for McQuaid. Now it's 3-3 in the second period. Then he was on the popping after that. Woo!
Yeah.
McQuaid took the lead in the third with Noah Bernard, assist by Mayer, and Botoni with 8:03 left to go. And that's where I'm going to give you what happened after that.
Yeah, it was 4-3. I mean, Aquinas, they were peppering the McQuaid goalie. They had some good shots. One hit the post. But then Owen Meyer? Yeah. He scored somebody scored a goal to put them up 4-3. 4-3 with 8 minutes left.
And then
in the last minute, they got a breakaway. They got a penalty shot out of it, scored. So now they're up 5-3, and then they added an empty netter. So up until the last minute, it was anybody's game.
Yeah, but the final score was 6-3. McQuaid, AMDG, they got the win over Aquinas. Let's go into Hockey Rap with Z705. Okay, so Z705 is one of our contributors with Primetime 585, the best hockey guy in Section 5.
Yeah.
These are all his videos. He writes all of this. This is his component. So the first one is the Brighton versus WFL game. And Brighton got the 2-1 win. Patrick Rohr with a nasty goal. And then Patrick Staff for Brighton scored. And then for WFL, Sean Allen scored.
We saw them a couple of weeks ago. They was like 5-0 at that point. So that's a good team, WFL.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
we just saw them, yep. And then the second game he did was Fairport versus Gates. This was a closer game than we thought. Fairport got the 2-1 win. Will, they call him Ozzy, got the goal. Corey Renee had the goal. And then for Gates, Nick Maslowski scored for Gates. Blake Nelson had 28 saves. 28 saves, right? And then Hilton versus Greece. Hilton got the 5-0 win over Greece. This is the first responder game. I'm just going to go over the goals real quick because we're running out of time. Liam Porter, Lucas Grisanti, Mason Knight, Hunter Hootman, Cam Jibo, and Lemon Suplicki with the shutout in goal. Shout out to Z705, and that's our hockey wrap for this week. Gerard, we got to go into your pick. We got to go into your pick real quick.
I mean, in a week of great performances by great teams, the one that stood out was McQuaid. Oh, my God. Their relay team of Ben Hines, Ian Miller, Luke McCormick, and Xavier Joseph. They won all three relays, okay? They won the 200-yard relay. 133.83. That's number one time in New York State for this year. They also won the 200-yard freestyle, 124.9. They took almost 6 seconds off of their previous time. And number one in New York State and top 20 in this big old country. And they won the 400 freestyle. Also, number one in New York State. They had a great meet.
And all 4 of those kids are on the same relay. So shout out to Luke and to Xavier and Ben and Ian. You are Primetime 585. Gerard's pick. Okay, so my pick, Karen's pick. My pick is kind of different. It's the Webster Schrader girls cheerleading team, right? Now, why are they this is them at the Yeti swimming. So the Yeti is the elite swim race. So you don't see cheerleaders at the Yeti. So the Warrior for Warrior program is a brainchild of the athletic director Streggy. Each year he throws it up and he said to the coaches, we want other kids to root for other kids, right? So this year, Allison Violette, the coach for the cheerleading coach, right, Gerard? She said, I want to do this. So Jack Frenzel, who's a swimmer, also spoke at the coaches meeting representing swimming and said, we don't have a lot of people at our events, right? So Jillian Pagano, who plays flag and cheer, and Jack Frenzel said they made a deal. These kids made a deal. You come to our event, we come to your event, and we'll go to other events that typically you don't have cheerleaders at.
Like yesterday, they was at hockey.
You saw them at hockey, right? They're going to track and field. Wow, how cool is that? These are kids from the Student Advisory Council, right? They're fans of each other, and they're showing up for each other, showing up at swimming, track and field, hockey. That's what sportsmanship is all about. So thank you to Streggy, Jack, Jillian, and cheer coach Allison, because you are Karen's pick because sportsmanship matters, showing up matters, and that's what you guys did. You guys showed up. The epitome of sportsmanship. I love this. Now, around Section 5, around this beautiful Section 5 of ours, Gerard, what you got for around Section 5? For around Section 5, I'm going to talk about not only my perfection and being just a brilliant woman, except for when I said I do. I'm going to talk about how today is a snow day and ain't no snow on the ground. Yeah. Okay.
We're like Atlanta. Remember we used to kid them, and there's 3 inches on the ground and the whole city closes down. That's who we've become.
But real quick, I was end with this story. I walked into Panera the other day, Gerard. So when I walked into Panera, there's like about 5 older gentlemen sitting at the table. One of them says, "Excuse me, are you Karen?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Karen." And he was like, and he said my whole government name, right? I'm like, "Oh," he said my whole government name. And he said, "We watch you guys on Channel 8 keep being different." And I'm going to end
different.
I'm going to end with this. One of them said, "How did you land me?"
I often ask myself that question.
And I called you on FaceTime because he wanted to know. So with that being said, LG lands me. And that is our podcast for this week. Shout out to my producer, Julio, and Sean in the back. I appreciate y'all.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.